I've thought a lot about my journey toward attaining my black belt. I've seen a transformation in myself, both physically and mentally, over the past 3 years. When I first joined Tiger Schulman's mixed martial arts, I never thought that I would learn to be more disciplined, or that I would gain the life skill of self-defense, or compete in tournaments. I just thought I was going to get in shape, and I also never realized that training would become such an important part of my life. I saw Tiger Schulman's ad, and I told my husband Don that I wanted our son to get into an activity. Doing karate was something that I always wanted to do, but here I was, 35 years old, a mother of 2 in December of 2005. I didn't think I had the time or the energy to take classes at night, so I just settled on fulfilling my karate dream through our son Vincent. Here was the problem. I was out of shape. I still had baby weight on me for my 4-month-old daughter. I was now depressed and in the worst shape of my life. Being an athlete all my life, I did not know how to deal with not being in good shape. I was not physically able or mentally tough enough to fix this problem on my own. I was not happy and I needed something, but I didn't know what it was. A common answer would be to go to the gym. But who has time to go to the gym? Plus, I never liked lifting weights anyway. I was at a loss until I was quickly approached by the very persuasive Sensei Domingo. He talked me into giving class a try. I took that private class and I liked it a lot. But when I took that Rio class for the first time, I loved it. I liked to hit hard and kick hard, and I started to feel good. Hey, I found the solution to my problem. I had a new passion, and I was doing something for me again. I came home excited from class and talked about it so much that I got my husband Don to give it a try. Lo and behold, our 5th anniversary gift to each other was to join, to get healthy and to join Tiger Schulman's mixed martial arts as a family. Even when I became pregnant with our 3rd child, I still came to class regularly and worked out hard until I was 8 months pregnant. Some people thought that I was just nuts. But continuing to work out helped me stay mentally tough, and I was more physically prepared to deliver our son with ease. Now, all you ladies know childbirth is no way at all easy. But my 2 other deliveries were hard, but since I was in shape this time, I can honestly say that I delivered this baby with ease. My training played a large part in my swift return to getting my shape back. Now, at 38 years old and a mother of 3, I feel happier with myself, I'm in shape, and have energy like I used to. Tiger Schulman's mixed martial arts has changed my life for the better. 3 years later, I still come home excited and talk about class. As I said earlier, at first, joining was all about getting in shape, and that was great. But then I started to think of what it would be like if I ever had to use the self-defense techniques that we were learning. How would I react, and would I be able to do the moves if it ever came time in real life to do them? Well, luckily I have never had to use those self-defense moves thus far, but I did have a situation where it might have come in handy. One night, on the way home from training in November, I drove past the schoolyard in my town. I saw flames, and I saw 3 kids standing by the playground. I stopped and I yelled out the window. But the 3 teenagers disregarded me, but the flames got higher. I turned the car off, I checked my pocket for my phone, I hopped the fence, and I ran over to these young men. I was dialing the cops as I approached, and I told them to stomp out the fire immediately. They claimed that they were just trying to get warm. I replied, starting a fire in a plastic bottle with a trail of leaves leading to the playground was not the best way for you to get warm. But they still thought nothing of it. I was not letting them go. This was a big deal, and all I envisioned was the rubber playground catching fire because it was lined with leaves. The boys started to walk away. I told them to stay, convincingly in my tone, if you know what I mean. And while I was still talking to the cops on the phone, again they started to walk away. But I walked with them this time. I made the mistake turning my back slightly, and 2 boys ran across an open field. But the 3rd boy, he retreated and ran around the front of the school. Well, I chased that kid down. And when I got him, he was scared. I got him to admit the names of the other boys, their ages, and where they lived, as the cops were on their way. Still dressed in my pants and brown belt, I made the kid look at me, and I said, "Did you think you were going to get away from me?" "No, I don't think so." The kid still looked at me like I was nuts. But the cops came, they took my name, they were appreciative. The superintendent of schools called me the next day after he viewed the tapes and he saw me hop the fence, and he thought that I definitely got involved in a potentially dangerous situation. But here's where my training took effect. I was so confident and prepared that there was not 1 ounce of fright in me that night. If the boys tried something, I was ready to protect myself. If I had not been training in this program, I would probably have approached this situation differently. Because if the boys did do something, I don't know how I would have protected myself. The competitive side of me also gets satisfied in this program by going to the Challenge of the Champions. Overall, I've competed in 2 tournaments. In my first competition, even though one of my opponents was my good friend Michelle, I felt confident in my skills and it felt great to win that first place trophy in grappling. Getting second place wasn't too bad in kickboxing the next time I went either. I would like to thank Sensei Domingo for convincing me to join and for always pushing me to get the details right. Joshu Rosman, your energy is contagious. Thank you for all the little pointers and new techniques you give me to try. Thanks also go to Joshu Gumber, Joshu Karikas, and all the senpais for their encouragement and help. I work out with some great people who have become my friends. We push each other hard through class, and we miss each other when one of us is not in class. We work hard, but most of all, we have fun. My sincere thanks goes to Kasha and Michelle, who have become my friends since joining. You have both been great partners to me. Thanks for pushing me harder and for taking my crazy kicks. You both mean a lot to me. My last thanks goes to my husband, Don, who I don't know where he is. He's chasing my son. He's always very supportive and willing to compromise, and to let me train a little bit more than him lately to help me prepare for this test. I couldn't have made it this far without him or my sons, Vincent and Anthony, and my daughter, Marissa, cheering me on. Getting my black belt will be a great accomplishment, but the best prize is something I have already won. A healthy body and mind, a life skill, and more self-discipline to get through everyday life just a little easier than before joining this program. Thank you.